We get this question all the time. Does Google penalize AI generated content? And my answer for this is a little nuanced, right? So my personal take is that no, right now, Google does not really penalize AI generated content. In their guidelines, they've specified exactly how their search algorithms want to relate to AI content. They recommend not using it to specifically manipulate search engine rankings. And so if your primary use for AI content is just clicking generate and pressing publish, that's something that towards the future is probably not going to look so good. And from my take, the best thing you can do with creating AI content is to weave yourself into it. So use your life experiences, your storytelling abilities to actually make content that you create with AI as kind of a first draft. Like, take it and make it your own. That's my position on it. Andy, what do you feel?
Well, like you said, Ryan, like having your own voice and experiences is so important when writing your content because even though AI can write and find answers to many things, people are always going to want to like actually connect to a human being. And also, OpenAI has even said they can't reliably figure out what has been AI generated in terms of text. So it's hard to even detect what is AI written content. So that's why having your own voice and experiences in your content is so important. Plus, it actually makes it like more unique in that way.
Yeah, and like I think the most interesting about this is AI cannot fake being human, right? Like we carry around our lived body of experiences with us whenever we write, whenever we make video content, and these tools will continue to get better, but I mean, personally, whenever I land on a blog post that was written by AI, or especially if the intro is written by AI, I can always feel it. Like there's something about it. There's like repeated sets of words and phrases and ways that AI attempts to mimic human writing, but to me it just always kind of feels a little different, and I personally find that pretty off-putting. So I'll usually bounce if I land on an article or a page and it immediately feels AI to me. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it I don't like.
I do think the writing will actually improve. So, that part is going to be harder to figure out. But, weaving in your own experiences that's really like the essential part here.
Yeah. And especially, it's so funny to see how, OpenAI, a lot of these tools are kind of throwing in the towel on the like attempt to do the detector thing because I mean, I think it's one of those what's the point sort of scenarios now because these tools are going to just get more intertwined over time too as people use AI in different ways and the tools get better. I mean, it kind of feels like they're looking around the corner and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be kind of pointless, isn't it?"
Exactly.
Cool. Well, to bring us all home, AI generated content, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Google's not going to straight up penalize you for doing it today, according to their guidelines. However, take the approach of weaving yourself, your own voice, your story, who you are into the content you create. That's going to future proof it. And it's also going to help you just connect better to the real people who are landing on your content. And so when you're using something like RightBlogger to create content for your site, I highly recommend just viewing it as a first draft. So if you use the article tool, create a first draft with it. Use the My Tone feature if you're using RightBlogger, and that's going to be something that gives you a really good, solid starting point. But again, you can't replace yourself with AI. This is just a way to speed up different bits of your content creation process. So always swing back through, weave yourself in, especially in introductions, examples, and the storytelling throughout.